Good evening, everyone. Ellen Sutter of ESP Presents and ESP Book Chats, where we bring page turners your way. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. This is our book discussion. I'm going to put the book up. Yes, that is our book there. Let me see if you read this book, do join us. Let's see. I'm sharing out. Let's see. See if this comes up. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Again, I'm Ellen Sutter of ESP Presents and ESP Book Chats, where we bring page turners your way. I enjoyed this book. Let's see. Will it go down? Ooh. Yep, it went down. Hello to you guys. Good evening. I am very excited. We have pushed this book along a couple of times and a little behind with, we do book shows and everything like that. I'm going to invite some more people in. And we still have some shows coming up. We're going to have Dr. Velma's book about her mom, The Waiting Room. That is an awesome book. We're going to do that on April 15th. You guys seen that flyer out. And I am super excited about this. Still sharing out. Let's see. Sharing it out. Let's see. There we go. Oops. Did that work? Let's see. Okay. Let's see if that worked. That might work. Have you guys read this book? I really enjoy it. A lot of things that was happening in this book. Let me see. So just kind of sharing it out. In this book by James McBridee, he won't be here. We do have authors that be live with us, but not this time. Let's see. Not this time. Excited about this. There's a lot of emotions in this book here. And if you've read it, do come and join me. Okay. Do come and join me with the discussion. Let's see. Where am I at? Right here. Just invite some people. And just inviting some in. It's pretty much going from there. And I haven't heard from him in a while. Let's see. So I don't know if you guys, where did this take me off? I never did this before. It might take me out. Oh, no. We'll see. Um, I don't know if it will, but I shall see. Okay. Just sharing out there. Just sharing out. It was a pretty good book. Pretty good book. Let's see. Sharing it. Let's see. There was, like I said, a lot of things going on in this book and a lot of emotions that I had. And the book is centered in 1972. There was a couple of people that I like, but I'm going to tell you guys what I got coming up. See, I'm not going to hold it to memory. I'm not try to. But we do have some things coming up. Hopefully, Wendy get a chance to come on. Um, I think that she will. And we have been busy since the beginning of the year. Hello, how are you? If you read the book, you can come up. We're just opening it up to people. If you have you read this book before, and if you have, come on in the room if you like, and want to know what was your take on the book. Um, if you have a book in your hand, or if you want to show something else, you can do that. But thank you for being here, Drum Beats. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to share this out again. I'll invite you right there. Hopefully you can. If you can't, I do understand. Um, there was a lot of emotion. It really was in this book here. Quite a few emotions. I don't know if you had read this before. It's a pretty good book. I gave it a 5 star. If you like historical read, this will be a good historical read if you like that. And I got the audio with it because I wanted to hear the voices, and the narrator is really, really good. So I really enjoyed. I have it on Kindle and I have audio, and I really enjoyed. Let's see where we at with this. So we're coming to the end almost of March, and it has been busy, busy, busy. Let's see, I thought I seen some. It became very busy. If you want to come up, drum beats, you can, and I'll invite you. And this is a book discussion. Had you read the book before? If not, we can still kind of talk about it if you like. Um, it was a pretty good book. Pretty good book. And I seen like it was a melting pot to me, um, to see. Let's see. I don't know if you know how to, if you ever been on before, you accept the invitation, or you can ask to be on the video if you didn't get that invitation. Let's see. If you like, uh, just invite. Let's see. Thanks for sharing, whoever shared. Thank you, thank you. Okay, you're unable to join. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you for being there. And like I said, it's a lot of emotions in this book. I saw a lot of things, and if you just read the book alone, I'm not saying that it's not good if you read the book alone, but if you like a lot of history, it's a lot of things going on. I've seen where there is systemic racism, diaspora. Oh, okay, okay, thank you, Wendy. And she won't be able to join tonight, but we will continue on. And let's see if she's able to. Uh, okay. And I'm just seeing some things in there. I'm sorry. And okay. And it was a quite a few things going on that I seen. One of the things I thought about is the book being titled Heaven and Earth Grocery Store. So as I looked through that, I was trying to figure out, okay, Heaven and Earth Grocery Store. And then you realize as you read the book that there is a reason to Heaven and Earth Grocery Store. Hopefully you guys have read it. And that is the name of the grocery store, Heaven and Earth. Now, I do like some of the main characters. There's quite a few things that go on there uh, that happens in the story. It's a lot of things that do happen. It just keeps you on your toes. And the main characters that I've seen that I like to call my main characters that I looked at is Dodo, and he's deaf. And then Monkey Pants, who was in the institution. Monkey Pants, he's been there for a while. And there's some things that happen to Dodo, who is the deaf boy. And he's kind of, I think that Dodo and Shauna kind of moves the story along. Shauna is Moshe's. Uh, hey, Wendy, if you're able to write in, um, if you're able to write in or sneak in, I won't stay on long. I just signed on myself, and I got your text that you kind of just walked in. But you can write in if you can, or I don't know if you can't. But I thought it was a good, interesting story. I seeing here, Wendy, that it was quite a few things going on in this story. Um, okay, so you can't or you can. I can't hop on. Okay, so you say you can't. Okay, or you can. But okay, there was a lot of things that I had seen in this. Thank you for coming in there in the feed, Wendy. That okay, not okay. I got it. I got it. And what did you if you want to write, if you can or you can't be on here in this moment, what did you like about the story? You can write it at the end, but we had moved this story along and had a lot of things that we were doing, well, mostly me and you were busy yourself too as well. But this book here, I was trying to figure out, I was saying a moment ago, with the Heaven and Earth grocery store, what was that all about? And I saw it mostly through Shona's lenses. And she was just a pretty good woman, a really good woman. And Moshe, how he married her, and she has polio, and she wore those 3-inch heels, but she was very good to the neighborhood. I don't think she saw she saw people as people more so than seeing, through one lens, a certain um, people group, if you would, whether you were Armenian, Jewish, Black, and certainly Black was, I like when he said that one thing about Black people, they know where they stand. And you and I talked about that too, Wendy, where the Black people know where they stand. And being on the hill. Now, I like that this community, even though it was almost a separated community, and a Jewish store, mostly Jewish populated, and a mixed melting pot of people, I still think they had that community where, like everybody knew where they were and what was going to be happening, and um, it was just pretty good. Now, one of the things, there were quite few people that I just didn't like. I didn't like what was going on. I didn't like what was. You guys probably already read the story, but just in case somebody else hadn't read the story, the things that happened to Dodo and what he saw that happened to um, that he saw happen to Shauna. I think that he got the bad end of it, of what really happened and what really happened to him. And with the rescue of Dodo, that was a big thing. But I was kind of looking at Monkey Pants and Dodo's relationship. That relationship, although Dodo couldn't hear, and also Monkey Pants had quite a few things going on with his disability. And I like how they developed their relationship, Dodo and Monkey Pants. They developed a great relationship. And when it came to like looking at things that were on the rise in the neighborhood or the community, I would say. So Black people really brought a lot to the community, although they wasn't allowed to be in restaurants or allowed to be in things. They had to be in the back, but they were considered people once they got into the music and they did all those things um, that made them human. So the racism was really strong there in this story. And if you're not into historical reading, um, I won't say you get lost. It'll be a bit much because there's a lot of history and there's a lot of things going on within this story that you would have to just kind of step back a moment because there's so many things going on, and it reminds you so much of we're still not too far from it. But 1972, it was still rough. People from the diaspora and um, Black people wasn't really looked upon as people. Really, they was not. And James McBride, James McBride, I'm sorry, he really did good in his story, and so I said I had the book as well as the audio. The audio gives you that picturesque feel that you're in the pages of the story, and you're being navigated along with the narrator, just telling the story and unfolding each scene, and you feel like I say, you're there. And so the grocery store to me brought people together. And I like where Shauna, how she really knew that people were important. And so there was a history there in that store, whether you were Jewish or Black, and you came through that neighborhood store. I think that store became a village to everybody. So that's what I kind of seen in that story, that it became a village to everybody. And for those who kind of just came into the neighborhood. So having that store, and I can see why it says heaven on earth, because it's a lot of people that can connect or stay within their own community, but they thrive more together. So this was a great story to me, and especially with the uh, with the audio. So it was just really, really good. Another one of the books, so I won't keep you guys too long, but another one of the books that I like by um, James McBride, he has a book titled, and you guys probably read it or maybe not, but it's titled um, The Color of Water, and it's a Black man's tribute to his white mother. So, with James McBride being of mixed lineage, I thought that was a pretty good book. So, I had read that story before I read this one. So, I can put that. I wonder if I can put that in there. I don't know. I have to put it at the end. But I thought that was a pretty good story. It was really good in the sense of what it was. So you'll get a lot there, and you'll feel from that book, like I said, The Color of Water, a black man's tribute to his white mother. And I had read that, some years ago. And you'll get to see how he felt and what they endured. These two books by him is pretty good. So I really like the book. So guys, I won't keep you guys any longer. It is 7:21, and you guys know that with the dialogue, I like to interact with someone, and I'm going to tell you guys it is a great book. It is a 5-star. You will be all in your emotions, and you'll see a lot of stuff going there. Like I said, my favorite characters was Dodo, who is deaf, and Monkey Pants, their relationship. Even though they tried to institutionalize uh, Dodo, he had some people that was there that helped him not to be in that institution. But when it came to the time where things had happened to Shauna, it really got a little bad, not only just for Shauna, but for Dodo. And, and I think that they two, Monkey Pants, Dodo, and Shauna, brought the story along. So it was a pretty good story. So we will have our next book up. I'm going to put it up here so you guys can see it. This is our next book. Let me get that up there. Let's see. This is our next book. Let me not touch too much stuff. So we're going to read, well, let me show you guys the books that are coming up. Now that might have some music to it, so I'm going to get this one right here. So before I show you guys the next book, this is one of the books that I'm reading. The Leaves Are Brown, and it's by Lolita Coppage. And you'll see her book. She'll be coming up in April, and so I will have her. This is one of my shows, the 3-day show, and we will have her. I'm kind of double booked, but it's different time zones. So on April 3rd, no, April 10th, we'll have her 10, 17, and so we'll have her there, and we'll be talking about a book. I've already started on it, and it's a pretty good book. There's some domestic violence and some different things happening like that, and so I really like her book. I wanted to show hers. She'll be coming up in April, um, as well as I'll have Harold Pfeiffer. He'll be coming up, and I'll put his book up here. This is for next month. So we are really like, we have an autism panel going on. We have William D. McCrary. He'll be coming back. He'll be the first one on the 7th and 8th, and we'll talk about autism panel. And we'll also have Nick and Will, and they are co-rule. We're going to talk to them as well. And that's going to be audio on Noon Vibe. And so and then we'll also have, we'll talk about, let me get my books up first, but we'll talk about that, and we'll talk about, uh, see, I won't put that book up yet, but we'll put this other book up for our show. And we will have Jennifer Smith Turner. She'll be coming up to her book, Child Bride. That's a vintage book that we like to talk about, and it is a great vintage book. We'll also be seeing, let me put this here. We'll be seeing Dr. Velma in the waiting room. We'll finish that. That is our last show. But of course, we'll do other things again when she pay homage to her mom. You guys can take a look at that. And let me get the other one. The other book. Just our shows coming up. Pretty quiet. But it'll be coming up. And we'll show let's see, Harold, he has a book. Let's see. And his book will be coming up about his aunt. Let's see, here it is, right here. We'll have that coming up. My Bully and My Aunt, Her Final Gift. So we're reading on that. We got 3 books that we're reading at a time. So there's 3 books, 4 really. So it's going to be the book you just seen, Leaves Are Turning Brown, and then you'll see this is another one, My Bully and My Aunt, Her Final Gift. You'll see that as well. That's one of the books that are coming up, and there is just quite a few things. Let me do this here that are coming up. And let's see, I'm gonna get the other book so you guys can see the other book. We'll also have Jennifer Smith Turner. That's her book there. She Child Bride. It is a phenomenal book. We've read it before. I just want to bring that back out. She'll be on the 22nd of April, and we'll have her there. And let's see, 1, 2, 3. You guys kind of see those 3, and our panel discussion. I have that in a flyer as well, so just get a peek so you guys will see that on screen. But again, James McBride book is a hit. Here's our panel here that we'll talk about MS, and that is April 5th. It's going to be each Saturday in April 5th, 12th, 19th, and 26th. Write that on your calendar. It'll be noon, and that's Kimberly Beasley. She is also the author of Search Me, the book about um, racism, colorism, and mixed lineage. So now we're going to be on Zoom Vibe. We're going to do that show. And our shows, the panels, there is a disclosure. We are not doctors, neither are we wanting our show to appear as if there is some doctor information, some medical information. It will not be. These are all from personal experience of MS, as well as the autism as well. I'm going to bring that up. I know I load y'all up. I load y'all up. So you'll see the other. And then I'll end with our next book of the month. It is right here. Here is the panel. It'll be 7th and 8th. We'll have William McCrary. And then we'll have he's gonna get me, the 313 Men, Money, and Marriage. And we'll have Andrew, his son has autism. We'll talk about that. And then we have a team here, which will be William and Nick and William, and they are a Koru company, and they'll do a 3-day with us. And so we'll have the 14th. Like I said, that's a double book thing going on, but it's different time zones. So we'll have Andrew at 7, and that will be Q&A on Noon Vibe, followed by we'll have Nick and Austin. Nick Austin and his wife of Koru. We'll talk about that. And they're going to talk about autism, about their son from autism as a child up until adulthood. So we'll see that. And then with Andrew and William, they'll come and they'll have their discussion as well too. See you there, Marion. Thank you for peeking in. And I was talking about my books and the shows that are coming up. So cut the hair off, so no more hair. And I'm going to leave it short. And so thank you for being here. And our book of the month, which we're behind because of our shows, and our next book that we are reading, which is our book of the month. We still do our shows as well as read the book of the month. And so this is our book of the month. So we're going to read that. The secret, secret keeper of Main Street, and that is by Trisha Thomas. So we are in reading mode. So I'm reading. Hello to you, back at you, Marion. So I'm reading 3 books, actually 4. So we got our 3 show books plus our reading book, which is this, and that's what we have. So I'm reading somewhere between 4 and 5 books at a time, and that's what we're doing. But today we want to put our book up, that book discussion up of what we had. This one here, if you get that and read that, that's a pretty good book, Marion. And it is the Heaven and Earth grocery store. I was trying to figure out why they named it that, but that's the name of the grocery store. And so thank you for being up here. Thank you for showing, and those who were sharing, thank you for sharing. Again, I'm Ellen Sutter of ESP Presents and ESP Book Chats, where we bring page turners your way. Those who watch in replay, thank you so much. And those who looking on, thank you, thank you. Yes, it is a good book. There is an audio with it as well, Marion. And if you like history, which I think you will, Marion, you'll get a little history in there. It'll take you back, some systemic racism, some also some uh, things that are people that are culturally divided. And so I think you'll like that one. It is a vintage book. And he also, Marion, he also have a book that I've read, James McBride. I like this one, as well as he has a book, and it's titled The Color of Water. And it's a Black man tribute to his white mother. So it was a good book. You get to see what went on in that story with the character. Brian James McBride did a wonderful thing in that book. So again, his other book, which is vintage too, it is titled The Color of Water, a Black man tribute to his white mother. OMG, did his mother go through so many things, especially being with a Black man, especially having children that are biracial. So it is a hit. So both of these is a hit, guys. I recommend these 2 books. And thank you, Marion, for being here. And thank you, Wendy, for peeking in. Um, Hopefully you get a chance to be in for the next book. But I missed you. And have an amazing night, you guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.